Good morning. So, um, today, Goal and I have a little plan for today. We're gonna go out, uh, probably get some ice cream, stop by the dollar store, just her and I. She likes to do these little, like, date days, like with me and her dad. And I'm actually gonna start, have you done one with Buddy yet, where it's just he and I? Yeah, I have. But it's been a while since he and I did one. So that's basically what I'm getting ready for. I just want to throw on a face, look somewhat put together. But I just wanted to catch up with everybody and see how you were all doing. So the Shape Tape that I got from Poshmark or Macari, I don't remember which one, it was too dark for my skin, which I should have known by like reading the color. But my butt just looked at the picture and was like, oh, that'll work. And I ordered it, which I kind of regret doing that now. But it's for sale because it's not my color. Now I need to find another one. Ulta's kind of far away from me, for those of you that don't know. And I don't want to just order one directly from the website because I would rather give my money to another female that's selling makeup as opposed to. Good morning. Hubs and I have colds, but gonna be a good weekend. Anyway, wishing everyone a safe, fun, and happy weekend. Stay blessed. Thank you, Ricky. You as well. Nice to see you. Sorry to hear about your cold. We have awful allergies here, and they're just like, I mean, it is what it is. Every springtime, actually, I have allergies all year round, so, but the spring is when it gets really bad. And yeah, so we're kind of going through that right now. But I'm going to make the best of it and go get some ice cream and wake up. Yeah, I put Shape Tape absolutely everywhere, if you haven't noticed. But I have this old one. Hi, Northern Girl. How are you? Thank you. Happy day to you. I have this broken one, but this is exactly my color. Yeah, medium. 35N. I need to remember that. You think I would know by now, but Shape Tape lasts me quite a while, so I don't get a new one like every month. I get one like every, I would say, 4 to 6 months. So it's pretty strong stuff. Doing really good. Finally got a evil meds. It's been 45 days. Good for you. I'm proud of you. And you know what? I think that's part of the reason why I'm so depressed is because I got off some of my evil meds. But the thing is, I don't know why. Okay, so I felt like it stopped working for me, so that's why I got off of them, you know? Plus, you're not supposed to take what I was taking for long periods of time anyway. But it takes me a few months to adjust. Like, I don't know. And I weaned off of them very slowly. Like, I'm talking till I was having a little crumb of one, you know what I mean? Like, I weaned off of them so slow to avoid this kind of feeling that I'm feeling. I think depression and all that jazz kind of comes with like getting off of a medication. At least for me, that's what I experience. I experience like a great deal of depression and anxiety. Like at first it feels like, oh, I feel so much better. But then as time goes on, lithany? What is that? Is that Unknown suffering Steph. Hi. Um, well, it hasn't been going too good for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I could sit here and be like, oh yeah, it's great, and I'm doing great. No. Um, no. Oh, it's an amino acid. Huh. Okay. Well, I never heard that before, so I'll look into it. I'm sorry. That sucks. Um, I don't know if you guys remember, but I kind of recently got diagnosed with ADD. And upon getting that diagnosis and getting a prescription for that, I felt, oh, then I won't need my anxiety meds anymore. Like, we kind of nipped this in the bud. Maybe this was the answer to all of my prayers. And I'm starting to think that may not be the case. But I might look into possible other anxiety medication that I can take, especially if this feeling doesn't go away. Like, it's just been a consistent feeling of dread, is the best way I can put it. Not 24/7, 7 days a week, but I mean, I pretty much wake up feeling that way, and then I go to bed feeling that way. I've had a couple panic attacks since I've been off my meds, which isn't good, which is why I was taking them, right? Clancy, what's up? How are ya? How you doing? I found out I have it all. Oh my gosh. No more psych meds, yeah. Well, I'm just trying to think, though, if there's, like, a less potent one that I could take. You know what I mean? Like, because I take some Balta for my fibro and stuff, and that seems to work pretty well. So I'm thinking, like, is there another medication like that for anxiety? Like, I don't know. But again, I'm going to give myself some time to get used to not being on my medication, however long that takes. I mean, I'm not going to give it more than 6 months. You know, and I've come off some Balta a couple times, Northern Girl, and I've never experienced any of the, like, horrific withdrawal symptoms that people speak of, which is good for me, thank God, but I've never, I mean, yeah, like, I get the brain freeze, you know, like the pill hangover type feeling, and then I kind of just felt out of sorts for like a week, but it never, I know it's rare too to not get side effects from that Cymbalta. I never, like, people are just like, oh, I mean, you hear horror stories about it. And I just never had that. So I'm grateful, because I've gotten off of it a couple times before, you know. So, or maybe that has stopped working. I don't know. But I need to go see my doctor and figure out, like, the next plan of action, because, and I have an appointment with my therapist as well. Because, you know, it's always good to check in, right? I should have never stopped going in the first place. But, you know, when you feel like everything's fine and, like, you're back, you know, everything's good, you know, you're off your meds, and, you know, da-da-da-da. And then the depression rears its ugly head again. So this is a normal cycle for me. At least when it comes to this particular medication, it is very hard for me to get off of. That's why I took so long weaning off of it. Like, I took my sweet ass time, because I knew this was coming. Like, what people compare their Cymbalta withdrawal from is how I feel when it comes to the clonazepam withdrawal. Personally, that's just me, though. Again, everyone has a different chemical makeup. Everybody may experience medications in a different way. That's just been my experience. So that's a hard one for me, and I don't know why. I don't know. It's just weird. So I'm going to let myself suffer probably maybe another month or so I'll talk to my therapist about it and see what she thinks, but yeah, I might need to have to find something. But it sucks because I'm trying to get off all of my meds. Well, not all. Like, I'll probably forever have to take lithium because of my bipolar. And that's fine. Like, I have no qualms with that. I'll always have to take metformin, most likely. I'll always have to take my levothyroxine, which is my thyroid med. Those are the meds that I probably won't ever quit, and that's fine. But I need to start lessening my anxiety meds. Like, I'm off my clonazepam, whoop-de-whoop. I want to get off of my gabapentin because I don't feel like it's working anymore. I'll probably forever be a Cymbalta warrior, unfortunately, just because of fibro and stuff, which sucks, but it is what it is. Until that stops working. I just dumped all my brushes on the ground, by the way. That's okay. We're good. But yeah, it's just kind of like a trial and error for me anyways, my whole life struggling with depression and stuff. Like, it's always been, meds don't work forever. At least for me, they don't. I do remember Mama Bear and Rebecca. They don't always work for me forever. And I always have to come back in and like reassess what I'm on and then switch something out with something else. And that's just part of mental health. Like, sometimes things that used to work for you really good won't work for you forever. And so that's why it's so important to have your doctors and your therapists know about what's going on so that they can steer you in the right direction. I can't find, I'm not going to do heavy contour. I always miss right here. I don't know why. I don't want to waste my Tarte Shape Tape on that area. Are they on YouTube anymore? Northern Girl, do you know? But yeah, it's been one of those, I mean, I'm sure the mommy-daughter date's gonna snap me right out of it, as it's much needed. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen them in a while. But it's all about trial and error and doing what works best for you. I mean, everybody's different again. Like, some alcoholics and addicts can't take clonazepam because they get all addicted and they start misusing it. And that never happened to me. And I never increased my meds on that medication. Like, I never increased the milligrams because my doctor and I, we knew that, you know, my history and everything. And so we don't, if it stops working, it stops working. I'm not going to keep increasing it, I guess you could say, with that one. You know? But I think I need to find a replacement. I hope not. Like, I hope I can just shake whatever this feeling is and move forward and not get to talking to my therapist again and everything be kosher again. So that's my goal. So I've heard, Northern Girl, heard that that works very well. I'm good. I'm feeling a lot better than I was, not gonna lie. How are you, Cher? And it never stops working. Yeah, that's a good point. Like, I think pharmaceuticals are made to stop working. You know what I mean? They're just made to, like, you have to keep getting more and more and more and more and more and more and more in order for it to work. And then, because so they can keep making money, obviously. So, that's unfortunate. And they don't want you to know about how well THC works because then that would ruin their whole money making thing. But they're making pretty good money off of it here where I live because it's expensive. It's not like, you know, how other places are. Like, it's, you gotta pay like $300 for your card every year, and then you gotta pay, hi Keith, the kind that I would use when I did use it was oil mixed with um, what do you call it? It was mixed with CBD, and so that way it wasn't too potent. Like, it was kind of like half and half. But the oil that I get was like $100 a thing. So it just doesn't make sense for me, I guess. It's just too expensive. Anyway, so expensive. And it shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be. It should be covered under insurance. I mean, I have a whole thing, a whole spiel I could do on that, but I'm not going to. Because, like, the really mentally ill do need it. Like, genuinely. You know what I mean? Like, we need it more than, like, say the weekend warrior who just wants to do bong tokes. No offense to you. I'm just saying, like, us fucked up in the head people really need it to exist. Oh my gosh, I take my knee hurting bad enough. I'll eat gummies. Yeah. See, and that's so much more better than using a pain medication. It just makes more sense because, again, pain medications, opioids, they're so addictive. Um, so I've never had gummies. I don't know. But again, the way I would use again, the oil, as I said, it was not recreational. It was simply for um, helping me with pain, anxiety, depression, blah 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 blah. But you guys don't want to hear about that, and I don't blame you. It's a depressing world we live in. Me adding my 2 cents is kind of pointless. You know, sorry, but that's kind of what's been going on with me, and I'm okay. I mean, I'm not like I'm doing my makeup. If I'm doing my makeup, that's a good sign. Like, it means that I'm doing okay enough to do this. So, if I'm doing my makeup, I'm good. I told girl this would not take me long. I said I'll be down there 45 minutes. It's not going to take long. But nothing, everywhere we need to go is still closed. So it's not like we can go do anything anyways. Well, at least where we want to go. The turmeric has to build up in your system just like other pain meds. That's interesting. Yeah, and like I'm all about all natural, you know, remedies. Like I prefer those over pharmaceuticals any day. But in the same breath, uh, being bipolar, in my experience, again, everybody's different. Everybody has different levels of crazy. And in my experience, if I get off of my medication, I lose my shit. Okay. Um, Uncontrollably. It's not like I choose to. It just happens. And I will never, ever be off of all of my meds because of that. Yeah, you can see that's why I like the oil too, is because you can be like, okay, I only want this much of this and that much of this. And it also goes with what's actually wrong with you. So I have bipolar and fibro, among other things. But the oil will be based upon what your medical needs are. And I love that. Again, very expensive. It's too expensive. And it's sad that it's like that. But it's okay. I'm a big fan of different alternatives to medications, but being bipolar, I know that I will forever be on something for it, and that's okay. I've accepted that a long time ago. After trying to get off my bipolar meds 3 or 4 times, like twice in alcoholism and twice just because, and I'll never do that again. Ever. It's just not, it's not a good thing. God, my hair. I need to dye it again already. And it's too soon. Aw, thank you. Really? I appreciate that, Cher. And for the most part, I do speak to get things off my chest and stuff like that. But I do try to watch what I say, obviously, and um, most of my unfiltered stuff is for join for a lot of reasons, but it is what it is, you know? I'm trying to think, you know what I should just do? I should just do like a shock shadow or something. I know that's kind of much, but I'll just put a little bit. Because I've been really wanting to play with these ColourPop shock shadows. And I know I have in passing, but I don't remember how I felt about them. So I'm just going to do a little bit of this pink. This color is called, I got this in Slate Glam Box actually. Super Shock Shadow, Ultra Metallic. It's called 6 a.m. by ColourPop. Yeah, I'm excited to see your, you're talking about wigs? I'm actually going to probably sell that pink one because it's, I could practice styling it maybe, but then I won't be able to sell it if I mess it up. It's just too much hair. I mean, I have like a black bob kind of ish that I like, and that was a cheap wig too. The purple one, again, it needs to be like thinned out. It's just really thick. So I've kind of been thinking about doing an ASMR, like styling the wigs and stuff and brushing them out. Or just doing it online for whatever reason. She lost her channel. Well, she didn't lose it. That's her new channel. Right, Cher? Or are you on your old channel? I don't know. I'm just going to grab a little brushy brush because I'm not trying to put it on too thick anyways. Because I want to look put together but not overdone. She has 2 channels now. Oh, that's her other one. Oop. Again, I don't want to look overly done for today. Everybody's raving about these shock shadows, and I mean, I like them, but I don't know. I don't get the obsession with them. I mean, they're good. They're okay. So I was thinking, I used to love Morphe, right? And looking back, I don't really use any Morphe palettes, and I'm wondering like why that is. And I was watching Just Anne, and she was talking about like how when she first got into makeup, how she thought Morphe was like everything, and now that she knows about makeup, she doesn't like it anymore. And I was thinking like, is that kind of what I'm going through? Like, I don't know, because I haven't used them in so long. So maybe I'll just get a little like color from one of my Morphe palettes just to see like what I think now. It's been a while since I've used one, so let's go ahead and do that. You can put your link in the chat, Cher, if you... Yeah. So I'm gonna grab a different brush. And probably just use a little bit of this one. I lost the paper that tells me like the color and everything. Oh, you found it? Okay. You just haven't had any notifications. Yeah. I like more. I don't know. I feel like I don't think so. Like eventually they do, but they don't show up like instant, like right when you post it. I've noticed that. I'm just trying to look a little more awake. Just add some color to my lids. Nothing like super exciting. I started to water, per usual. It's okay. Oh no, my purse. I noticed YouTube tries. I remember I had a short video. It had 45,000 views. And it's like, and they're just now telling me, oh, your shorts are being monetized now. And I'm like, well, weren't they always? Like, why? What were you doing with them before? It's typical YouTube stuff. That's what they do. But, my shorts tend to do pretty well. It's a little cloudy, a little rainy. So we're going to dress fairly warm. Oh, this has been working really good for my melasma too, because there's a cat hair on it. The glow wand, you wouldn't think to put it like on your upper lip or like where you have problems, like your bags and stuff, but it really works. Like at first I just thought this was kind of like a highlighter, but it works good for concealer as well. Of course, I'm using Lawless per usual. I'm obsessed with this mascara. But yeah, I mean, feel free to talk about whatever you guys want. I mean, I'm open to chatting it up while I get ready. And it's kind of clumpy because I got some glitter in it. I do that with all my mascaras. I get glitter in the mascara itself, which is great. So I have to always brush out all the chunky chunks, because I did this to my mascara. Oh, I love you. Thank you for being here, Cher. I appreciate you for stopping by. Of course, I always do that. But yeah, I just thought I would give like a mental health update. And what have you. Of course, because I know we all struggle through our things, you know what I mean? And I'm not the only one going through it, you know, I'm not the only one. And it helps to have someone else kind of understand what you're going through. You're welcome. See, I like to inspire people, but then when it comes to me doing it, it's a whole other... I'm like, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. No, it's a hard one for me, I'm not gonna lie, you know? So, it is what it is. And I'm sure that it'll work out one way or another. It always does. Hi, Lipstick. How are you? How you feeling? How are you? Are you okay? My legs are giving me issues. I'm in the process of completely redoing this room. I actually might move the bed. Um, where's Magic Eraser is the best thing in the world. I've been trying to clean scuffs off of my walls since we moved in. The movers got it all scuffed up. And I've used bleach, I've used Clorox, I've used Comet, I've used Pine Sol, I've used literally every cleaner that's known to man. And they could never just be like gone until I got Magic Eraser. If you have not tried it, I mean, I expected them to last a little longer, but they start breaking apart pretty quickly, which I'm not really happy about, but it's still got the scuffs off that I've been trying to get off forever, so I'm not complaining. I'm not, I swear. Great, that's good. Good to hear you're doing good. You had me nervous. With your premiere, I was like, I had no idea you were doing that. I'm sure I did, but I don't remember. My memory isn't the best. But, I was like freaking out for you. But in a good way, like not. We're not doing fake lashes today, only because one, I suck at doing them, and two, I just don't want to have. It's a mommy-daughter date that we're doing, and I don't need to be like overly done, if that makes sense. I just want to look like I'm not homeless, you know. Danny G. Hi. Resin badges. Okay. I've seen your work. That looks like fun. I've been trying to get into some kind of art. I mean, granted, aside from the art that the kids and I do all the time. And that looks fun. Work for me. I think this is just a basic CoverGirl eyeliner or Maybelline. I just want to, again, look alive. I mean, that's my goal. I mean, you saw me before. Yeah. Because I'm kind of getting over, like, the adult coloring books, you know? I'm just kind of like, eh. Like, I want to actually create something. Like, I did want to get into, like, pouring paint, but then it's so expensive. I'm like, I'm not going to buy gallons of paint. Hey, Fred. Welcome. Good morning. Like, you know? Well, I don't know how much resin pouring is, but it's probably about the same. Maybe more. Because I'm a very artistic person, if you cannot tell. Wow. You guys have to try this. Do I have it down here? No. Hardcore sent me this like spray for your hair, and you blow dry it after you wash, obviously. And it lasts up to 4 washes. Okay? And it's completely like made my hair so thick. I can't even explain it. Like, it works really good. Like, I was shook. I'm like, what in the world? Everything has gone up in price. Yeah. Sometimes it's best to keep certain things to yourself if you want to succeed. Yeah, that's true. But also, who cares what people say? That's where I'm at. that's where, I mean, I've evolved. I mean, I've always been one to not give a shit, to be honest with you. But now it's like, oh, really, I don't give a shit. Like, like, really, though. Like, you know what I mean? I always get makeup on my shirts. That's why I have these, like, smocks that I always wear. Like, this one is a smock that I wear for makeup. I have a couple, like, hoodie type things. Because I'm sick of, like, getting makeup on my actual clothes. You know? Yeah, lipstick. So if people are giving you a hard time, like, oh well. You know? It is what it is. People are gonna choose to hate on you or pick a reason to be upset because maybe they're jealous that they're not getting that. You know what I mean? My cat is shedding. It's like he knows spring's coming. So he's just like, I'm gonna lose all my hair and be a bald cat. That was my hair. But people like to hate on things that they see in other people that they see in themselves. You know? So it is what it is. I don't know why people are like that. Helps them feel better about themselves. So, I mean, I look put together, right? Ish. I look like, kind of. I didn't do anything special. I'm going to try more of this. It's purple. Yeah. I don't know. Like, well, I can talk more about it on Join. I do have to make a Join live or vlog and then an ASMR. I'm trying to think when I'll have time to do that. Probably Sunday. Yeah. Who's gonna hate on a first communion? You know what I mean, though? Like, that's the kind of thing you gotta think about. Like, what kind of evil demon is gonna be like, your first communion? You are the only one that can make yourself happy. And if what you are doing makes you happy, then that's all that counts, right? See what Danny said. We don't give a fuck about their feelings. You know, I've tried to kind of stop being that way. I'm a work in progress, okay? I'm actually trying to care about people's feelings, even if they don't care about mine. I know. It's kind of crazy. It's a weird concept. Very, very weird. I just pray for people, you know. Because you gotta. Like, I always prefer get right here. I'm gonna put a little powder over there. Kind of try to make it look a little bit even. But after this, I'll probably be done. I'm using e.l.f. Oh my god. Yeah, there's some crazy motherfuckers on here, okay? And there's nothing we can do to help them except perhaps pray they get well soon. You know what I mean? I don't, you know, that's, someone wants to be miserable and shit, let them be. Like, at least you're not miserable, you know? Right, Danny? I was like, God. Get well soon. And, like, I don't even mean it in, like, a mean way either, because then I feel like I'm stooping to their level. So I try my hardest to just really genuinely be like, I hope you can get help for your anger and your weirdness. Like, I'll pray for you, genuinely. So, it's been a learning experience. It's taken me, how long to learn that? Yeah, roughly around 5 years on YouTube. But people want your attention, they'll find a way to get it, you know? As unfortunate as that is. Oh my gosh. Bless their heart, right? I mean, that's, what else are you gonna do? I mean, I'm certainly not gonna fight with them, you know what I mean? Because how crazy would that look? Fighting on the internet with internet people. That's funny. Sometimes you can't help but laugh. And I'm excited to follow you on your journey, girl. Like, and I'm excited. I'm excited for you. Let me see. My nose looks hella textured. At least my head matches my neck. Eyebrows, I mean, my eyelashes are a little clumpy, but I like it that way. I'm weird, I know. Don't judge me. I'm gonna put a little moisture on my nose. And I'll be gone. I've been on here for 47 minutes and 50 seconds. That's a long time for me. I'm trying harder to stay on longer and longer. But if you guys want, like, the tea, go on my members only. I look great. Thanks, Freddie. If you guys are, like, missing my tea talks, they're on join. They're on members only. Because you will not be getting no tea talks. There we go. I think that should be good. And I spent like a whole day just popping zits. I know that's gross. And it did help with my texture. But yeah, I'm all done. So this is going to be me on baby girl. I'll brush my hair, obviously. So yeah, maybe I'll record some of it. Maybe I should. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay positive, even though I know it's really hard sometimes. And I'll try to catch up with you guys before next week. Thank you guys.